everyone. You know, as I began to, I had to write my speech, and it took me all day because I was too busy doing everything else. But, you know, as I gave it some thought, I realized, you know, I think if I gave my mother's eulogy, I could probably do this. So when you set that as the standard, this isn't so tough after all. So, but I want to start off by thanking Deborah Michaels for offering up this beautiful facility this evening. To Glenda, one of my best friends, and Culvers for delivering the scooping in the scooping event. To my husband, where is my husband? Back there somewhere. There he is, honey. And to my family and my clients and my friends, it's a heartfelt thank you. It's been coming to this decision, kind of setting the blocks one at a time over a lot of time and years, but really making the decision really with only the last 2 weeks. So this is a very quick decision in terms of making the decision and then getting everything in place to make the announcement today. But with your support, I'm going to go to Madison, and I'm going to do what a lot of you have been asking me to do as clients. So today, I am announcing. You know, I listen to my clients, and their hearts cry for less government control and less regulation. So what I can do then is do my best and help all of you create new business and continue to grow and prosper your businesses and create jobs. For the last 30 years, I have lived from one end of the valley here, one end of the Fox Cities to the other, from right down there in the flats, to Menasha, to Grand Chute, to North Appleton, to South Appleton, to Kaukauna, and to Hortonville. Do I know the Fox Cities or what? When we moved 2 years ago, I joined a local chamber out there and started to get involved, but really realizing it, even though I lived there, my business and my relationships and the things that I've done through the local chamber here for years, 20 plus years, my heart is here in the Fox Cities. It's here in Appleton. We have clients. We have over 80 business clients in Appleton alone. We have over 80 individual clients in Appleton alone. That's a lot of understanding of what's happening in Appleton itself. You know, we service, this will be interesting, we service the dance club, which is down here, within the brewery, manufacturers, physicians, restaurants, nonprofits like Harbor House and Life Promotions and Among American Partnership. So this community is truly where my heart is, so I'm coming home to Appleton. I'm coming home to make the 57th Assembly District a better place to live and a better place to do business. I want to rest assured for those of you, our clients, that it's going to be business as usual. I am accessible 24/7 via BlackBerry, and I'm even now thinking of an iPad, so I can really, see without my glasses. And whatever contact that any of you as clients have with our office, everything passes through me for review. I see all the emails, I see the phone calls, I know what's going on, I have the heartbeat. And Therese and Christine, bless their hearts, my employees, where are they? They're in the back there, they're holding up the back, hallelujah. They are right here for you. They will take care of you as clients. The business sits 1 block east of the district where it ends. So I would say we're pretty close to being in district. When I asked them what they thought, Christine and Therese, if I should do this or not, they said to me with a resounding yes, you have to do this, Chris. You have to do this. In fact, we sat down last week and we looked at all of the other passions that I have and the organizations and the initiatives that I'm a part of. And we kind of laughed and said, if I maybe don't do all of those things, this might not be a really big stretch from running the business and then running an assembly. So I thought that was good. But in addition to all of those things, it's, my committee work in the chambers and past board presidency of the Heart of the Valley Chamber, the Advocacy Council chair that I have in place right now, where it's a watchdog that watches what's going on in legislation, the bicycle tour that we're involved with, and being one of the founders of the Well City Initiative. Even though I need to prioritize those things for the next few months and focus on running for the assembly, when I get to Madison, I know I'm going to have a greater impact representing all of you. Thank you. I started speaking my destiny some time ago. He started saying to me, you know, you should run for something, Chris. You should run for something. If you ran for something, what would your platform be? So he began to speak that. And when I attended my very first Wisconsin GOP convention 2 weeks ago. It was during one of the sessions. They were talking about working on campaigns, and they said, if you want to get something done, go find a busy person. And my husband just held his head and said, oh, Chris, they're talking about you. I guess. But, you know, my heritage, it's interesting. It was Herman Wickard. My father's name was Herman. That's kind of wild. But, you know, my heritage is deeply rooted in family and business and here in Appleton. My father was in the German army, and he was a prisoner of war in England. That's where he met my mom. They immigrated then to Canada, which is where I was born, in Ontario, Canada. And then they moved from Ontario to Upper Michigan for, again, an opportunity for a better life. He purchased a business up there 40 years ago. My first job was at age 12 pumping gas. Imagine that. But, you know, I moved here 30 years ago. I became a naturalized citizen in 1984 so I could vote for Ronald Reagan. I've worked in the medical field. Before I began my insurance career, I worked in the medical field for over 15 years of my career, and I hated insurance companies. Imagine that. Never say never in your life, because you just never know where you're going to end up. So what makes me qualified to represent you beyond my passion and my experience? Well, I have a proven track record for fiscal responsibility in running my business. If I ran the business the same way the government does, I would be out of business already. I sign the front of the paychecks and not just the backside. I know how to live and work within my means, so can I take this knowledge to Madison? You bet. I am not a career politician, that's for sure, but I've been involved in the periphery of politics through my association for almost 18 years. I have lobbied in Madison for many years. I've lobbied recently in Washington with our national association there. I also chair the Advocacy Council, which again is that watchdog committee through one of the local chambers here that really keeps an eye out for the small business owner and what's coming down the pipe in legislation. And then, as you all know, with Obamacare being signed into law recently, there are exchanges in the states that have to be created and operational by 2014. How that exchange is implemented is as important as the individuals and the businesses that it will serve. Do I understand healthcare delivery? You bet I do. I've almost 15 years working there. Do I understand health insurance and how it affects individuals, the end user, and businesses right here? You bet I do. Do I positively affect the bottom line of businesses that we serve? You bet we do. If we didn't, we wouldn't have clients. So today I'm casting the vision for the destiny of the 57th, for a new destiny of the 57th. You know, the Fox Cities, we have so many giving and charitable people. I met with a woman recently who moved back here from Green Bay to work in a nonprofit, and she said she's been amazed to see the difference from even Green Bay to the Valley in terms of charitable giving, people wanting to give back to the community. And the more that people can thrive in their businesses and prosper, guess what? The more they give back to their community. So let's unleash that entrepreneurial spirit of our citizens. If businesses are allowed to thrive with less government versus bigger government, then as businesses and individuals, guess what? We're all going to prosper. So when businesses and individuals prosper, guess what? You're right, they give back to the communities, invest in investments. Charitable giving, it expands programs, and guess what? It creates jobs in the private sector. Imagine that. And you know, it's not, sometimes even have to tell myself, it isn't other people's money that's operational in our state, in the federal government. It's your money and it's my money. They're working for us. We're not working for them. So I promise to work hard for you. I am now going to be Chris Hanson for Assembly, Faith in Action.